right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Neo Planet S, the blue Terran player, E.G. aLive. And his opponent, up in the top right, the red Protoss leading 2-0. It's Jim. Incredible.
I thought you were gonna finish it with. I thought you were gonna finish it with Incredible, man.
Jim Credible.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that.
Jim Stoppable.
Well, that doesn't work.
Kind of.
No, it doesn't, that makes him sound like he's very stoppable. That's not a way to hype him up. It's like, over here we got the weakest player. That doesn't work like that.
Well, we know
man.
that's not the case.
No, we definitely know. You can see that aLive is going to switch it up once more. aLive loves to change his openings. Even when it all looks kind of the same, it's all very different. Whether it's a no-gas fast expand, or a Reaper fast expand, or a factory build into fast expand, or in this case a command center first. And you know, Ben, Jim being up 2-0, I am a really big Jim fan, that's no secret to anyone, but I did not actually expect this. I expected a close series, but so far Jim has been looking very dominant.
Yeah, it's been a little one-sided thus far. aLive having a tough time dealing with Jim's playstyle, be it the weird Phoenix Colossus just blob of death, or be it the more finesseful and frustrating to play against Dark Templar drop style.
And, you know, aLive in general is pretty damn good in my opinion against Protoss. If you take a look at his recent results, yes, he did lose against Sage in the round of 32 with a 1-2 score. But for instance, when he played against Minigun, who also kind of tried to play like Jim and Ben, I think we're going to see some Oracle plays as this probe is up to something.
That's a very sneaky spot. It is so unlikely that aLive will be scouting that right in the center of the map.
And guess the command center first. Most likely aLive will try to muster out as many Marines as possible, so it's not going to be like one of the scenarios where it's one Marine into a reactor and we have nothing for a while. But even like, let's say the recent Intox 3 Masters where aLive participated in Shanghai, he was able to defeat Oz 2-1. He was able to defeat Maxet, the teammate of Jim, 2-0 before falling to MC, eventually 1-3. But MC also displaying earlier today that he's really good against Terran, as he was able to overcome MMA. I think this is really impressive from Jim once more. Or
yeah.
Jim-pressive.
Oh, I like it. Probe spots a Marine and runs away. So I kind of feel that this this Oracle opening.
He's expecting something. Where are you going, SV?
No, really? How does he know? What did he see? Oh man, the game sense of aLive, just phenomenal. Proxy has been spotted. And now what you're going to do, Jim, it's going to be a Void Ray.
So
and
it's still
a gateway.
strong, Ben.
And another gateway. And perhaps...
Oh my god. If Jim wasn't my favorite player yet, Ben, he's definitely now.
Now, if you're not aware, Roddy is the most infamous proxy Void Ray player in the history of StarCraft 2. If you ever find yourself in Europe talking to any StarCraft 2 pros and you say, you ever heard of proxy Void Ray? Most of them are going to say, you ever heard of Rotterdam?
First Void Ray is out, second Void Ray is in production, 3 gateways behind this. Now, why? Oh, if aLive gives up the... Well, I don't know how aLive is trying to deal with this. He cannot lose this bunker,
I don't think giving up the ramp is the right idea.
He's worried about Oracles. Yes, he spotted the... Oh my god, he's misreading this, man. He thinks he's playing against Oracles. If he loses the bunker, okay, now he's kind of worried. He's like, hey, maybe something's happening in the front. If the Stalkers get over here with the Void Rays, and the Stalkers can support the Void Rays from the low ground, while the Void Rays can just dance back and forward, he's going to have to lift up all the Rexes, otherwise he loses our production and he will lose the game.
We're going to have to wait and see what happens. We have 2 Void Rays and a Stalker.
Okay, this is good for aLive. This is very good. He cannot afford to lose the bunker. Second bunker going down, third bunker going down. Forces will go down though.
They're excellent force fields, and Void Rays do a lot of damage very, very fast. Oh man, second bunker finishes just in time, but it will go down. There is a third bunker. It's not done yet, and aLive has a lot of units. Jim is retreating.
Yeah, but that's just a matter of time. He's going to wipe in a lot of Stalkers soon, and these Marines are going to be quite exposed. If he loses this Pylon, though,
Pylon's going to go down, blocked. And Jim's going to have to back off, so aLive has successfully defended this.
I wouldn't go that far yet. It's still very, very risky for aLive.
There is so Jim's supply block is only now being remedied. He's got a Pylon halfway complete. aLive, not out of the woods, but definitely doing a good job of hanging in there. More bunkers going down, more bunkers being canceled. But,
I mean, as long as he doesn't have Stim, it is definitely not safe. Like the moment he has Stim, this push is almost over. Then the Void Rays are going to fall like flies. But without Stim, it's always going to be very, very tricky to defend against Void Rays. He has to worry about force fields as well. I do like the additional bunkers, but Void Rays kill bunkers so quick, man.
Great force fields, and those bunkers are going to go right down. The Marines that were inside also going to die.
These Marines are going to be really exposed soon. If that bunker is going to fall as well, it's going to be so hard for aLive to defend this area.
Jim is positionally doing this very, very well. The execution's spot on, but I'm just worried that he's going to run out of steam. There's the
as long as there's no Stim, it's really good. And aLive is aware of this. aLive is just like, you know what? I'm going to give up my natural for now. He's going to try to get some turrets up at the high ground. I think that is very smart.
This bunker is also going to go down, not even going to attempt salvaging it.
Combat shields is obviously going to be really, really useful, but not as useful as Stim would have been.
So I guess Jim's just going to wait for his next charge. It's probably ready now.
I guess he's just going to try to kill this bunker with some force fields once more.
That's exactly what happens. Marines in a reasonable position, able to kill everything on the ramp. Void Rays, though, are so good. Finally, a missile turret is completed. Jim going to just reposition ever so slightly and continue methodically working his way forward. One barracks will fall. Man, it went down fast.
Yep, there's that missile turret that makes his life a little bit trickier, though. Otherwise, this could have been a lot harder. It is not over yet. aLive can definitely still hold, but Jim's Void Ray control has been so good. He hasn't lost a Void Ray yet.
Now aLive still really being patient with this defense, just sim-sitting exceptionally well, building more bunkers, repositioning barracks. Oh wow, had to cancel an upgrade there. That was not. No,
might have been Stim. One Void Ray might actually fall over here.
It's a huge pickoff, killing a single Void Ray, but a lot of Marines do end up dying, and Jim is really being persistent with this attack, Kevin. He's up to 60 supply against 45.
Okay, where's the production right now of aLive? Because that is a really big problem. Mr. Turret does deal a lot of damage, but
one Void Ray almost.
That's good. Very well done there by aLive, but aLive doesn't have a lot of production right now, Ben. He's kind of outmining Jim in a way, because he has 2 orbitals, but he only has two
barracks. That's all he's got.
No add-ons, not anything. 2 Marines at a time. No Stim. This is a bizarre game.
He's still managing somehow to spend all of his money. Oh man, Void Ray is getting within range of the mineral line. That's very frustrating. And aLive's got to be so careful. One Void Ray takes a lot of damage. Second Void Ray is going to take a lot of damage, and it'll go down.
That is a really big
force field. Oh, huge force fields. A lot of these Marines are going to die, so Jim is going to accept the donation. There are not that many units left right now. There's only 7 Marines out.
But there are a lot of bunkers. They definitely have a lot of homes.
Yes, they do, and Zealot's working very hard to chew through one of those bunkers. They will knock it down. Single Marine is executed in the process. Jim still marching forward, aLive, doing everything he can to hold. Dancing back to yet another bunker. The Stalkers continue to march forward. Void Ray not in this fight.
Okay, he's going to be able to kill a lot of SVs like this. Oh my god, aLive's going to pull everything.
Oh, it's going to all come down to this. More Stalkers coming forward. Void Ray expertly positioned. The Marines will provide...
Pretty good for Jim. That Void Ray is still alive. He will still have high ground vision.
Look at the supplies, Kevin. 45 to 30. 7 Stalkers against 11 Marines. The bunker's the only thing keeping aLive alive.
Oh, them more jokes, Ben. Once more, aLive is going to try to pull SCVs, but without Stim, it is so hard to clean something like this up. Yes, the bunkers are great, but eventually he's going to need something else. He does have a turret Rex right now, so it's 3 Marines at a time, but he only has 9 SCVs remaining.
And he's not even able to mine with all of them, strictly relying on his mules. This final, well, not final bunker, but there is yet one more bunker, and it is going to fall. But a lot of Stalkers dying in the exchange.
This time it wasn't for free, Ben. Those forces were misplaced a little bit.
Void Ray not going to get targeted down yet. Jim has been microing his Void Rays so very well. Stalkers taking lots of damage. SCVs taking lots of damage. Void Ray, 1 hit from death. Void Ray will go not down. 2 hit points. 2 hit points on that Void Ray, and supply-wise, suddenly we have a fairly close game, 38 to 25. aLive still has double command center, Kev.
Exactly. I think that Jim really misplayed that a little bit there towards the end. This is still far from over. Force field. Oh, and he picks up the Void Ray.
That's huge.
Wow, I mean, this is still going to be very hard for aLive. I
think at this point, Jim has to expand.
Yeah. You know, on a certain point, you might as well just drop that Nexus.
No,
he's going to mine out his main soon.
He's still dancing around on the ramp, and I feel like that could be a mistake.
That was my old expend timing when I run out of my main, and the Void Ray all-in was still going on.
So Jim does send a probe down to
this is not going to work anymore. Right now, he just doesn't have the DPS.
No energy to force field either, so...
Wow, aLive with
That's
a pretty spectacular hold right now, and he's already up to 17 SCVs. He's only 10 workers behind, but he has a double orbital.
Scanning and spotting the natural of Jim, realizing that it's still one base against, well, one base, I guess.
I think that Jim thought it was in the bag when he kind of dropped these sports with a
Don't
little
stand that close
carelessly.
to the high ground, Jim. Yeah, it certainly looked that way, and he just got a little bit overconfident. aLive punishing him for it.
Man.
There's the Nexus going down.
I love the fighting spirit from aLive. Now we have an Oracle as follow-up. That's kind of cool.
That is a very cool follow-up because with aLive focusing so hard on his ramp, this Oracle can just dart in and pick up a couple of SCV kills.
That would be kind of heartbreaking because aLive is about to catch up and works once more. aLive is about to main out his main though, so even if he has an expand, he's basically still one base.
Well, and you know what? He really can't go down that ramp until he has medevacs.
And that's going to take a little while, man. The factory is just going down right now.
Can he even afford to get medevacs?
Steam is being researched.
There's enough minerals left that he could get.
He can definitely get out a few. He has like 11, 12, 1300 minerals left. Here comes that Oracle, though, and that Oracle might be able to have a field day. When is aLive going to see it? I'd say let's watch from his point of view.
Yeah, right now he's focusing very, very hard on killing those rocks. So obviously aLive is not going to take his eyes off this ramp right now. Oracle's just sitting back and charging up. I think Jim realizes how important it is that he keeps aLive pinned back in his main base. But there's the Oracle's there.
Yeah. Well, that's a way to scout.
Jim's actually going to bail out of there. He's like, all right, you can have it. So finally, at 17 minutes and 30 seconds, aLive is going to be able to expand.
It was a fast expand once upon a time. Turn into the slowest expand. But
He's going to quickly go from one base to one base.
it is something. The robotics bay going down. That's pretty. I have no idea what to think about the state of the game right now. I guess I kind of like Jim's position because he has a little bit more money left in his main.
aLive's got +1 though.
Here comes the Oracle. He's going to be able to pick up a couple of Marines here and there.
That's going to be a short-lived little bit of harassment as there are enough Marines out on the map to deal with it.
Does have +1. He does have Stim by... No, Stim is almost done. He has Comet Shield for it. But pure Marines is not going to be enough to bump into a Colossus. But of course, once you have medevacs, if he's able to spread Jim out a little bit. What a bizarre game.
Yeah.
And well, man, what fantastic fighting spirit by aLive. Because I really think that on a certain point, most time players would have just been like, to hell with it. But he just kept fighting, kept micro, and kept pulling SCVs on the right moments, and that was a spectacular hold.
Yeah, also mined out is Jim, Kev. He's run out of minerals in his main base, so this is not like a two-base Protoss against a one-base Terran. This is a one-base Protoss.
Those are a lot of low HP Marines.
One-base Terran, and the Oracle's going to fall. Everyone that hates Proxy Stargate is really cheering for aLive right now.
And you know what I think would be a really badass move for aLive if he would take this main and float it over here to the gold. Because I think that Jim is going to defend for quite a while. He doesn't have that many units that he can run out. Because if he leaves his base...
Jim, what are you doing?
And he gets dropped. If he gets dropped, he's going to lose everything in his main base. Army supply right now is actually in favor of aLive. 52 against 42. Wow, this would be a fantastic win for aLive.
Well, he is setting up a little bit of multi-pronged aggression as Marines and Marauders move around the top half of the map. A double drop, making his way into the back of Jim's natural.
I really think he should grab that Oracle. Oh, Photon Overcharge is going to be casted immediately.
And will aLive commit to the drop play? It looks like he's just going to do the old flyby. But this is pulling Jim a little bit out of position.
There are some units over here. Well, okay, Jim left units behind as well. Very well played. Force was going down. Great.
Oh, man. A couple of those Marines barely squeezed through, and neither side really experiencing any casualties. At least no noteworthy number of casualties.
I guess aLive doesn't want to lift up his main because he doesn't have that much gas yet, and he didn't take the refineries in his natural. I still think that would be a great play. He's going to unload all the units right now. This is one Colossus. That's a lot of Marines.
Is going to go down, and that is a good exchange for aLive. These Zealots are also going to go down, and that's going to mean pylons and gateways are in a little bit of trouble. Photon Overcharge will chase the medevacs away. Man, that one medevac down to just 17 hit points.
First Vikings out on the field now as well. 2 Vikings, 2 more are on their way. Colossus count is just at 1 right now. Second one is in production. Jim is getting an aggressive pylon. Still no action with that orbital from aLive. It's too low on SCVs and too low on gas to move it. Has to be really careful though. Even though those drops are cool, he's going to try to drop once more into the natural expand from Jim.
A little bit of a cluster happening here in the natural. Zealous can't get through the mineral line. Finally, the Colossus comes back, and that'll chase away the drop. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
That Colossus is like, man.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. Where's this medevac? I think it's actually going to unload. The medevac's going to get out of there, and I think the Stalker might end up dying at the same time. aLive's going to push the front. Good force fields from Jim. The really Vikings are getting harassed by sentries. You don't see that every day. Colossi are going to take a substantial amount of damage. One of them going down. Marines still dropping in the back of Jim's main base. They're going to unpower a couple of these gateways. That's very frustrating.
One Zealous is just waiting. He's like, guys, kind of need some backup over here. He's going to get it. Colossus is on the way to deal with this drop. aLive is doing a fantastic job in at least keeping Jim on his side of the map. And that's why I really thought that he was perhaps able to mine up the gold base for a while. Because once the medevacs were out, it was obvious that Jim could only defend the moment he decided he would march out. Jim's army is quite a bit stronger right now than the army of aLive. But normally if he would leave, he's going to lose a lot of units. But right now, actually, aLive kind of run out of steam in his little push.
aLive maybe overextending, lost a lot of units with that drop. There's another drop on its way out.
Oh, that's really cute. It's going to buy him some time, and aLive needs time right now. He needs to get that Viking count up. There are 2 Colossus, but with just 2 Vikings, he's not going to be able to take care of them.
Jim doesn't seem to be sweating it. He's just going to keep marching forward right towards the natural
so
of aLive.
So many force fields.
It's pure sentry and a couple of other things.
But above all, a lot of sentries.
But above all, a lot of sentries. And, well, the Viking count is reasonable right now. It's about 4 Vikings out on the map, and they are able to micro pretty well against these Colossi. Sentries trying to kill the Vikings. Force fields are just gunking up I have no idea what's going on right now.
That was not a good engagement at all for Jim, and another fantastic hold by aLive. Putting those Vikings on the high ground over here. Oh, so smart, making it so hard for Stalkers and Sentries to get in range of them. aLive throwing down his cannon right now. I'm not sure if he is dead. I don't know about that one, aLive.
Jim still has a little bit of sentry energy left, and he will turn right around and fight. It's just Guardian Shield. Colossus looks like it might go down, and without the Colossus, can Jim fight these bio units?
Those are Stim Marauders. The Stim Marauders are very, very good against Stalkers.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it, aLive!
Oh my
Cleans
God!
it up, good